Mr. Darcy. The name evokes images of wealth, power, and a love that conquered all prejudice. Millions have swooned over his love story with Elizabeth Bennet. But what if it was all a sophisticated, well-orchestrated lie? What if Darcy's pride was not a personal flaw, but a doctrine? And what if his love was not romance, but a mission? Let's turn back the pages of Pride and Prejudice. But this time, we'll look through a different lens, a much darker one. Our theory is this. Darcy is a high-ranking member of a secret, aristocratic cult, an organization that believes their bloodline and status make them superior to the rest of the world. Pemberley is not just an estate, it's their temple. And their goal? Not political power, but purity and expansion by recruiting exceptional individuals, those with potential. Elizabeth Bennet, with her sharp wit, strong will, and independent spirit, was the perfect target. Let's revisit the Meryton ball. Darcy wasn't suffering from social anxiety. He was observing, evaluating. Infamous insult, she is tolerable, but not handsome enough to tempt me, wasn't a blunder. It was a test, a probe to gauge Elizabeth's reaction, to measure her self-worth. An ordinary woman would have been hurt and would have withdrawn, but not Elizabeth.
An ordinary woman
She responded with humor,
but not Elizabeth.
and in that moment, she passed the first trial. Their subsequent encounters were not coincidences. They were calculated moves. Darcy's awkward silences weren't born from shyness, but from analysis, as he searched for the strengths and weaknesses in her psyche. And then, the first proposal. It wasn't a clumsy declaration of love. It was an invitation to join. Listen closely to his words. He doesn't speak of affection. He speaks of overcoming the obstacles of her family's status, of elevating her to his level.
And you have certainly bestowed
It was a
it most
recruitment speech,
unwillingly.
emphasizing the privilege she would gain as part of his superior world. But Elizabeth, with her own pride and prejudice, refused. Mission failed? No. Darcy simply moved to Plan B. The letter he sent her wasn't an explanation. It was a carefully crafted piece of propaganda. He not only discredited Wickham, a traitor, perhaps a former member who tried to escape the cult, but he also painted a picture of himself as a man of honor and principle. It was a subtle form of indoctrination,
She wasn't
and
just
the
a
final
meddling
masterstroke,
She was a matriarch,
saving the Bennet family's
guardian
honor
of the
after
cult's
Lydia
purity.
eloped with Wickham.
Are you
That
lost
was
to
not
every
an
feeling
act
of
of selfless
propriety and
love.
delicacy? He
It was
is a
the ultimate
gentleman, I am a
psychological
gentleman's
maneuver.
daughter. So far we are
Darcy
equal.
created a debt that Elizabeth could never repay,
When Elizabeth
binding
stood up
her
to
with
her,
gratitude.
she
He
passed
proved
with
that his
flying
world,
colours.
with its power and money, could solve any problem. He gave her a taste of the power she could wield. Think of Lady Catherine de Bourgh. She wasn't just a meddling aunt.
Was it love
She was a matriarch,
or
a guardian
submission?
of the cult's purity. Her confrontation with Elizabeth
The
wasn't
happy
meant
marriage
to
at
prevent
the
the
end.
marriage.
A triumph
It was the
of
final
love,
exam.
or the
She
success
needed
of a
to be sure
months-long
that
recruitment
Elizabeth
mission.
was strong enough, defiant enough, to be worthy of their inner circle. When Elizabeth stood up to her, she passed with flying colors. So what is the happy marriage and the end
If
of
you
the
were
story?
Elizabeth,
A triumph of love,
would you
or the
have said
success
yes?
of a months-long